everyone, welcome back. Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you some DIY Dollar Tree decor crafts. So this is episode 6 in my huge I Love Spring series. Listen, I love to share with you guys how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and punch that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. And I do post 3 videos a week on my YouTube channel with a ton of DIY budget-friendly decor crafts, as well as several videos a day on my Facebook page. So you guys join me as we do a ton of happy crafting. And without further ado, go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you all how to make a super adorable Easter gnome using one of these Dollar Tree Easter bunnies and some of that Dollar Tree table cover. So I'm just going to start out and cut the table cover kind of in like this side triangle, and then I'm going to stuff it with some Walmart bags, and I basically just kind of rolled it, and I kind of tight rolled it. So you just want to tight roll it. This is what we're going to use for our little gnome's hat. So this table cover is very, very thin felt. So my idea was just to kind of roll it up like a burrito. So you guys can see I kind of rolled it like a burrito, and then I gave it a good cut basically. Now I'm kind of measuring it to see how long I want to make it, and I don't want to make it too long because I want it to stand upright. So once I had about the right measurement, I want to take and very, very gently kind of glue the felt down. Now I say gently, that means just a tiny little bit of glue here at the end to kind of give it to hold, and that felt really kind of stays intact, believe it or not. So you want to flip your bunny over, and then my idea was just to kind of make it flat up against the bunny. So I'm adding a dab of glue here at the top of the hat, and then I'm just sealing it off by tucking my ends under and then adding another little dibble dabble of glue, and that's really all I needed to do. Now I'm adding glue to the top part of the bunny underneath the ears, and then I'm gluing my little gnome hat to the top part of my bunny. Now really you all could use any fabric that you have on hand. I'm trying to stick with using mostly Dollar Tree supplies here, and I had this as my plain fabric to make the bunny gnome. So the next thing I want to do is trim off the little tag, and then I want to make my gnome beard. Now I'm going to use one of those Dollar Tree automotive cloths, so I want to cut the cloth to make like a pointy beard. And I will tell you that these cloths, when they're cut, they make a huge mess. So have your broom handy. You want to give it a nice little haircut here, which is what I did. And then you're just going to hot glue around the top part of your bunny head. Oh my goodness, these bunnies are so cute. But I did buy just a couple of them, so I do have some to remain as bunnies. So don't panic if you guys love that cute little bunny face. Okay, so I'm hot gluing the automotive cloth on top of my little bunny to give it the little bunny gnome effect. And then I'm just going to add a dibble dabble of glue underneath its little beard to really get it to hold on there really nice and well. Now to give it the gnome nose, I'm using one of those wooden beads and then just popping it right kind of in between my bunny ears. We want to really jazz it up and add a little cute little Dollar Tree carrot. And I think that this is so fun, fabulous, and relatively easy for a cute little gnome. I had these paper Dollar Tree flowers in my craft stash, so I decided to add that to the top part of the hat, just kind of make it look a little bit springy. And then to trim it out, the little Dollar Tree pom-pom here on the top, and then voila, we have an extra fabulous, so super adorable Easter gnome. And I've made a lot of gnomes. I loved the Valentine's gnome, but honestly you guys, I think this Easter gnome might be topping my favorite list. Comment and let me know what you guys think, and if you're going to be making this little guy. You could always go to the craft store and buy like the little gnome beard for fabric, but if you want to go for all Dollar Tree supplies, I think the automotive cloth is pretty darn stinking cute, if you ask me. And then the other little gnome I have popped over to there to the side, I did find at TJ Maxx, because I know he's going to ask me about that. Now here's my creative director, and let me tell you, he approved of the bunny gnome. Bingy Bear is in the house, you guys, having so much fun, and he is so good helping me. Boy, I'll tell you what, he helps me get into absolutely everything, if you guys know what I mean. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to pick this super adorable little wooden Easter basket, and I'm going to paint it in kind of that Mackenzie Childs style. So I'm going to start out by taping off my little basket with this painter's tape, and then using a Sharpie marker, I'm just going to draw lines. And I do find that it's easy to balance my checks when I start out by using my painter's tape in the center of my project. So that's just kind of a little tip if you are going to paint some checks on this cute little basket. The next thing I wanted to do was to outline my eggs, and then go ahead and get that brush ready. And I find that I like the brushes from Dollar Tree or Walmart. They come in little packs and they work just fine for my craft projects. I'm honestly pretty darn hard on my brushes. So anyway, I'm not a brush snob. I just like to have fun crafting with some little acrylic paints here. Anyway, so I'm going to paint my basket black and white check, but really you guys could use any color that you love. Customize it to suit your decor. I always love to give you guys ideas to inspire you, but pretty much you guys can paint this basket any style with any pattern or color that you love. This is just an idea to get those creative juices flowing. So have fun with it, get creative, get out your paintbrush, you guys. If you think about it this way, this is a $1 wooden basket and some paint. So if you're worried about messing something up, I say just go for it. Even if you mess it up, you've got some white paint to back you up. You can just go over it with some white paint. So I am adding in white paint to my other squares. Now, usually I add a base coat of white paint, and I don't know, my brain just fell out today. So I do suggest to start out and just painting the whole thing white. That will save you the step of having to go in with the extra white paint like I had to do, but it worked out just fine. Now the Mackenzie Child style checks, they always drag white through their black checks and a little bit of black through their white checks. So if you want to go that extra step, kind of like I did, that makes it look a little bit more authentic to how they do paint their checks. The next thing I'm going in with is this fuchsia pink apple barrel craft paint, and I am adding in some white to kind of tone it down. I'm going to be going for kind of this pink and green theme for some of my Easter decor. So I am going to be painting some of my items in these colors. You're going to see a little bit of this theme throughout some of my projects. So listen, if you guys are doing any different colors, please customize it to suit your colors. You may just see me using these colors because I am going to be putting together an entire display. So that's why you might be seeing these colors. And when I was looking back on these DIYs, I almost thought that this looked really kind of like 1980s, 90s, and I have no idea why I was attracted to those colors. I just think they're fun. Hey, you guys, I'm a 90s girl. I still love my hot rollers and hairspray and eyeliners. So anyway, you guys, have fun with it, get creative, and go for it. Now here's how everything's looking. I did go back in with a fine brush and add in some little black and white detail, and then I'm going in with this little gold paint pen. This is the DECOR premium paint pen. You can order it off of Amazon, which is where I order mine, or if you want to pop into your local craft store and use a coupon at Michael's, you can do that as well. But I love this paint pen because it gives that extra pow to some of your projects. It makes it a little bit more high end. It makes it look like that really pretty kind of shiny gold metallic effect. Now Dollar Tree also carries a gold paint pen, and theirs is pretty stinking good as well. The next thing I wanted to do was to cover up the little L in the center and just add in just one more little detail, which just kind of really kicks it up even one more notch. Now the L is cute, and I guess that's an L, but I wanted to add this little center detail to the center. You know, Mackenzie Childs, they always have a lot of really pretty florals on their designs as well, so I just thought this little cute postcard, and this is just like a little vintage inspired postcard, would be super adorable to add in. The last little detail I wanted to add to my basket was this super beautiful cross that I got from totallydazzled.com. I'll leave their link down below. Beautiful jewels on a total budget. And then here is how it turned out, popped in with the rest of my little Easter goodies. So cute, and I'm almost wishing I would have picked up one more of these. I think that they would be cute on my Easter tree that I plan on doing. And there's our little creative director at it again, bursting with energy as always. Now for the next DIY, I want to share with you all a fun and fabulous, easy little craft, and I'm going to take some of that table cover again, and this is in the green table cover. I'm just going to kind of cut it in like a loose little rectangle shape, and I'm going to just hot glue it at the very end here and kind of give a little bit of a tip going, and then I have this kind of half cut Walmart bag, and I'm just going to roll it. Now this is a really quick and almost a little bit sloppy carrot. Okay, so I love making these fabric carrots, but I wanted to share with you guys just a super fun and easy way to make an oversized jumbo carrot. I actually want to make a bunch of these and make like a really cute little garland, and this just kind of popped into my head as I had some of that pink table cover left over from doing my gnome. I was like, gosh, I should just make a bunch of carrots. So here's another one that's more of a smaller rectangle shape, and I just wanted to share with you guys how easy these are to make. So you just kind of give like a little dab of glue at the end, and you get kind of the roll started, and then you can just take a Walmart bag, you can take cotton, you guys can sew these if you want to, but the felt on this table cover is like really thin, so I'm just giving it like a roll up, like you'd be rolling up a burrito. And then this little gingham ribbon is so adorable. You guys could use jute twine, and I'm just tying it off at the end, and you could even probably use Elmer's glue at the end, and then I'm just trimming off the edge, and there I kind of have a bit of a carrot. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to take one of these plastic little Dollar Tree storage baskets, and then I used 4 moss sheets, and I basically made a cute little Easter basket using the moss sheets. Okay, so it was a little bit tricky. I had to hot glue and then kind of hold the moss sheets down and then trim them around where they weren't quite fitting. So moss right now in springtime is going to be a huge crafters thing. So when you guys pop into Dollar Tree, check your craft section for your moss now, because once spring crafts get going, it's going to be really hard to find. And moss is really expensive at the craft store. I found that out the hard way last year when I ran out of moss and I didn't stock up on it at Dollar Tree. So I'm already not seeing the green moss in my store. I did though find these moss sheets, so that's what we're going to use to craft up some moss baskets. And hey, you guys, I always encourage you guys to use what you have. So really, this was just fine. And to be honest with you, it was messy, but it wasn't quite as messy as the moss, like the free flowing moss. So I kind of enjoyed it a little bit more. So basically you just add a bunch of hot glue around the top and the bottom, and you just kind of wrap it around. And the moss sheets are kind of moldable, so I was able to kind of like mold it and shape it, which was kind of cool too. And then any little moss bits you have, you can set aside and use for like an indoor fairy garden, which is just a little side note if you guys are like me and you like to kind of save scraps and try to repurpose and reuse as much as you can. So fun and fabulous, and really on a budget, because these moss baskets, if you guys look at them in stores, are kind of pricey at times. And you guys can always too grab a little basket at a thrift store, or maybe even have some baskets laying around your house that this would be fun to do with. So once I had all of my moss on, I just popped in this little basket turned upside down, and then used some of this black and white check fabric that I found at Hobby Lobby and popped that into the basket to kind of doll it up just a little bit and kind of give it something to hold my carrots in, to kind of make like a cute little Easter display. And then you could really just make this into a vignette and pop it in anywhere. I ended up flipping the basket back over the other direction because I wanted my carrots to kind of nestle down further inside of there, but really just play around with things. And this is kind of how it came out. And I even thought about like tying a cute little jute bow around it, and also to kind of make it a little bit more secure. I'm worried that little edge on my moss might pop off, but you guys have fun with it, get creative, make a cute little moss basket, and just go for it, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love spring Easter crafting. You can just have so much fun with the pastel colors. I've never done like a Mackenzie Childs inspired Easter, so I think that's going to be super fun to get out of my comfort zone and just do some different things. And I've really been inspired kind of by that like little egg on the end. I did find that at Tuesday Morning. I know some of you guys have asked about that one. So that's kind of like the base of my inspiration jumping off point. And then I can't wait to share my Easter displays. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to paint some of these carrots. And again, this is going to go along with my Easter theme for me. I'm doing the black and white checks. So I'm just going to run my line down the center of my carrot and then just begin to draw out some checks here real fast. So my lines were a little bit wonky. I kind of free-handed these, but because the carrot was so small, it just seemed like the easiest thing to do. So I'm just drawing my lines down the front part of the carrot and then across. And I kind of like look back on this and I was like, oh, I should have just done some stripes. But you guys know me and painting stripes. We do not go well together. I actually do so much better painting checks. So I just really wanted to have fun with you guys hanging out, and this is like really what I'm doing today. And I needed this paint therapy. I don't know if you guys are like me, but sometimes you just need a good little painting session. And when I first started painting checks, I was super nervous to try it. And the more I did it, the easier it got. I really recommend getting a nice little flat brush.
think this was from Dollar Tree or Walmart, but it really helps paint the checks. And don't be afraid. I mean, this was a pack of wooden carrots from Dollar Tree. So what's the worst thing that's going to happen? It's like a 25-cent craft. If you mess it up, paint over it, flip it over, don't worry about it. Don't be afraid to try new things. So I'm doing pink for some of these carrots, and I ended up doing black and white for the other one. I just thought it would be fun and whimsical. I almost want to do kind of like an Alice in Wonderland idea for part of one of the themes on my Easter decor. So this is going to be such a fun Easter display that I have planned for you guys to share with you guys, and I cannot wait. So I'm just kind of crafting this. If you guys want to go back and be inspired for Valentine's Day and you're still doing Valentine's Day crafts, that's awesome. I love it. I went totally over the top for Valentine's Day too, so you guys can go check out some of those DIYs on my channel. But anyway, I'm popping in some white paint here, and again, it's a lot easier if you paint the whole base white. My brain kind of fell out today, and I just ended up painting in my white, but it's easier. Paint your whole base white and then go back in and paint your pink and white checks. Now for my carrot top, I did go in with kind of this lime green, and then to soften the colors on all of these, I did just use a little bit of a white overlay. And so that's kind of a tip, is to always have a nice good pile of white paint. It can correct a lot of mistakes. It can also go in and tone down any paint. And it can also add a lot of nice dimension. So take a deep breath, have fun with it, and have some paint therapy. And then last but not least, I did think about popping some bows into the side of my little carrots, but I need you guys' help. Comment down below and let me know, should I use the little stripe bow or the little orange bow, or just totally leave the bows off? Now, the last detail that I wanted to add to my little carrots was to go in with this DECOR premium paint pen, which I absolutely love, you guys. Dollar Tree also carries a pretty cute little gold paint pen, but I love outlining my projects with this paint pen. It just kind of like cleans up my lines and makes everything look really nice. And a lot of the Mackenzie Child kind of projects have like this gold, and actually some of their projects actually have gold, real gold in them, and that's why some of the items are so expensive. I don't know if you guys know that, but in reading up on some of their pieces, I learned that. I was like, oh, no wonder they're so expensive. Anyway, there's no actual real gold on these carrots, but this metallic paint pen really makes things look a lot more high-end and fabulous. So, but let me know if you guys if I should bow these carrots or leave the bows off. They probably will end up going on my Easter tree, but I'm not totally for sure. So that's kind of why I didn't attach any bows yet to them. So I do have a new giveaway for you guys in this video. I'm going to be giving away another $100 totallydazzled.com gift card. And I do want to let you guys know that they are having some really big sales too on their website. So definitely go check them out. Totallydazzled.com is where I get all of my bling. And Natalie is a small business. I love supporting small businesses. So you guys definitely go check that out. And as always, comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video. And which one will you be recreating? I'd love to hear what you guys are up to. And I love just to know what everybody is doing. I can't wait to see everybody's posts. So, okay, so here's the secret question. So when you were a kiddo, did you all ever want a pet bunny, or did you all ever have a pet bunny? So I was taking my daughter somewhere today, and she was talking about one of her friends that had a pet bunny. And it reminded me that when I was a little girl, I had a pet bunny, and we would get them for Easter. So I just wondered how many of you all had a pet bunny. Comment down below and let me know. I love bunnies. I've never had a pet bunny for my kiddos though, but there is my pet, BINGE Bear. I know he has some super fans out there. So comment down below. Did anybody ever have a pet bunny? And if you did not, what pets do you have or did have as a kiddo? There he is again. He's saying hi, and say hello with your pets. I love to hear about you guys' pets. I always think it's fun to fill up the comment section with everybody's pets. So I love y'all, and I thank you guys as always for being here. And look at that little stinker go. Oh my goodness, he is so rotten in a good way, I promise you.
So thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and an honor to have you all here. I feel like crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul, so I just want to encourage you all to keep up the good work, plugging in your glue guns, getting out your glitter and paint, and crafting and decorating. I am so excited for our new season of Easter and spring decorating. It's one of my favorite seasons. In fact, I really pretty much celebrate and love every single season. So if you guys want to binge watch some of my DIY crafty decor videos, definitely check out my huge compilation videos. I will link them down in the description box for you guys below, as well as the rest of my I Love Spring series. You guys don't want to miss out on some really fun and fabulous crafting that we have going on. So also I want to invite you guys to subscribe to this YouTube channel, punch that bell. It will update you every time I post a new video. Again, I post several videos a week, and you guys don't want to miss out. I'm doing some giveaways as well, so you guys don't want to miss out on that as well. I love to spoil you and give you guys something to look forward to. Also, keep your ear out for that secret question I usually drop somewhere along the video, and it just gives some community engagement. And I want to thank you guys also for all of the kind comments and just the community support and love that you all give to me. It is truly felt, and it keeps me going on this journey. So thank you guys again. Now, if you would love to socialize and become a part of my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group, I'd love to invite you guys over there. It's totally free to join. Request to join, and you can post photos of your home decor and DIY projects. It is a positive community, and so I just thank you guys for that. I also have an Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram page. I share behind the scenes sneak peeks of my DIY projects, my crazy puppy dog and my Tinky the cat, and my little family life, things that I have going on, which it's not really crazy. It's crazy to me, I guess, sometimes. But hey, you guys, I love y'all. Listen, just thank you guys for being here. So I'm super excited about our next week of crafting and decorating, and I just want to thank you guys for all of your encouragement. You know, everybody is saying that all of my DIY projects is just keeping you guys busy. I know some of you all are safe at home and can't get out, and so I just want to encourage you guys to keep putting one foot in front of the other and looking forward to the future with joy, because we're all going to get through this. And I know crafting and decorating has helped me. So just keep up the good work. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys have a gorgeous, blessed weekend. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. Stay positive, stay engaged, stay encouraged, stay crafting. I can't wait for the next video. And remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And we'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.
And it shows if I'm on it.